Welcome to Timcast. Hang on, let me get my skateboard. Hell yeah, dude. Hang on, let me... It's a cold open. Hang on, let me put my beanie on. Welcome to Timcast, a podcast for cool guys. The Civil War is coming. I don't want that, obviously, but it is coming. Could be tomorrow. I am selling doomsday prep buckets, kind of salvation, if you will. No comparisons, but again, could be tomorrow. Also, this is Timcast, the podcast, not to be confused with Timcast, the creative desert that is our emo band. Again, just cool guys hanging out, preparing for the Civil War. Again, those prepper buckets, I wish you didn't need them, but you do, and I happen to be selling them. I do that for you. I'm not grifting. Again, the Civil War is coming. Could be tomorrow. We don't know, but I do know. One guy tries to shoot Trump. That's a civil war. They charge him with business fraud. That's a civil war. Trans in the bathroom. Civil war. Skateboarders don't want a Tim Pool skate pool competition. Classic civil war. Again, you need to be prepared. I am selling the solution. Go to timcast.com/I have no self-respect. All one word. Self-respect is hyphenated. You know, I'm a liberal, just like my guest today, Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I'm a liberal too. I love God and hate the trans. I'm a classical liberal, you know, when I think about how the liberals have gone. I thought we could start doing this. We refer to ourselves as classical conservatives. Cop any criticism from... Fuck the intro. Hang on. Yes. Vamp, god damn you. Or we can cut it out. Fucking whatever.
This is gold.
Yeah.
I'd just like to tell everyone too, this is planned. Like he's Tim Pooling and shit at Pim Tooling.
Oh man.
See? So he's really into it.
Yeah.
Because normally he would be a lot more quick, but because we're trying to emulate someone we don't
One is a bastard and the other's a prick.
Yeah.
Argue over tunneling stick. One is a
Stick
shyster
the
and
fucking
other's
landing
a
on the bit, homie.
Maybe doesn't matter which one.
stomped
One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude.
Welcome to Timcast. I am Jizzy.
How's it, Elvis?
Which do you think is better, Timcast the band or Timcast the podcast?
The band.
Yeah, you think it's better?
Well, I don't know. I listen to a lot of music and I can't tell if they're racists. But if I listen to his podcast, I can.
You can't tell. Yeah, bro. What do you think about that classical conservative shit, bro? Anytime a conservative criticizes you, you just say you're a classical conservative. Like, I don't know if we have any hardcore leftist listeners, but if, like, say the wildest leftist shit you can, and if you cop criticism from the conservatives, I'm a classical conservative. Like, I'm not pro-trans, I'm anti-government legislating my body.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't own anything else, you own this. Like, you own your own, like, meat on your bones. That's your property.
Apparently.
So as a classical conservative, I don't want the government telling me I can't cut my dick off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have tits implanted, man. Go hard.
You spent a lot of time on the internet this week, haven't you?
No, I didn't. I unplugged from the internet almost totally.
Oh, that's worse. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, bro. But
rough week though.
if we got any aspiring like debate streamers listening, do this classical conservative shtick. You'll blow up.
Interesting. I find it weird the camps that people are in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I'm probably in one, but I sort of try to view it as objectively as I can, and that I don't like that if I like this idea, I have to subscribe to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that they do this pretty hard. So, yeah, because I was thinking what was fuck features? What's his name? Seymour Skinner.
Yes, old no one will touch his penis.
yeah, Charm Skinner.
Skinner.
Yeah, Productions, that guy. Yeah, what was he saying about
You're not allowed to have branding on your laptop. That much I know.
Oh, bro.
And it's like he's Mr. One Rule for All. So obviously nobody should be allowed any kind of political branding, except he packed a fucking tantrum this week because they wouldn't let him wear his like branded lapel. Like he made them enforce the rule, and then was like, "You're not going to apply it to me, though,
yeah,
right?"
But, yeah, almost like he's a fucking white guy paid heaps of money to do dumb shit.
It did seem like a stunt, right?
It was
like,
almost
fucking
like
dumb.
You know how the conspiracy dickheads think they have to show us their plan? It was sort of like that for people that think he's a dumb cunt.
Yeah.
The fact that he was just like, because the laptop thing didn't even have Māori Party branding.
No, just said Māori, right?
Said Māori, and I think it had maybe something about the treaty, but they were just stickers.
Well,
they weren't.
You're not allowed to be referencing the Constitution in Parliament, Helvis. You know this.
I just love the idea, though, that like white politicians have seen that girl about to start talking and then been like, oh, the word Māori.
They are
She's
scared,
attacking
bro.
me. Like, just Karen'd it out the gate.
Bro.
Just miss.
Well, it's that thing you said about camps, bro. What the government's doing is like tax cuts for landlords and tobacco companies, and cutting funding to services regular people rely on. And
It's a Hunger Games.
well, I guess my question is like, do you guys like this?
Who does?
Like people who voted for them. Like, do you like this? That they're
they
like
remember
that suits winning. Like,
but
deregulate
because
banks
they've-
and tobacco companies and give them a bunch of money. Like,
because
do you
they've
like this?
given themselves because they've subscribed to the team and they cheer the team on.
Yeah.
The team can't do wrong, bro. It's not the team's fault that the conditions are hard.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to justify it. That's what they're thinking, though.
Maybe.
Anytime something goes wrong, if you talk to any of these people, they'll straight away bring up like, oh, well, the reason that's not happening is because of the last government, or insert other bullshit excuse, reason, justification, whatever the hell you want. You know, it's just when you say like, do you guys like this? They are just gonna fucking, yep, everything's fine. Like a wife
good.
in the 80s, bro, and the dude only hits her when he drinks. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
Everything's
mostly fine.
He's a really nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that same mentality, bro. That's why people are into it.
There's the conservative ideal is that the government does less and shrinks and gets out of the way, and you and I pay less taxes, but they just deregulate banks and slumlords and tobacco companies.
Yeah.
But the government doesn't shrink. The people they fired aren't regulators. The people they fired is like they write down how many kids were abused that day, or they like schedule surgeries and court dates and shit. They're not shrinking the government.
Yes.
They're slashing services. Well, they
almost as if one of them is under direct orders from like the Atlas Corporation.
Well, who could say Helvis?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I see it. He did it. Yeah.
There's a strong chance, bro.
He's probably getting Snapchatted by global corporations all the time, and he's like, I didn't start anything.
You're clogging up my feed.
They just engaged with me. I responded.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's all it is.
There's nothing was proven.
I just went and hung out with one of them. They were of age.
Jeez, man.
Yeah. Dr. Disrespect.
What about
made
him?
his first post since getting disrespectful.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I appreciated the little pause you put in there.
I tried.
What kind of reasonable cogent things did he have to say?
It's an image with him on one side of a chessboard, and he's got chess pieces, and on the side closest to the person viewing the image, it's checkers. So like everyone's playing checkers, but he's playing chess.
Right,
it's
right.
so fucking dumb.
He's so many levels above them in his child abuse, bro.
Dude, that fella's 6'8".
Okay.
I saw a video the other day of him throwing a football.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, how in the fuck did you use video games, get famous, and fuck it up?
He's attractive. He's an attractive idiot. They do.
Yeah,
They get very famous, and they still have a
but
propensity
he
to do
could have
dumb
fucking
things.
done anything, is what gets me.
Yeah. But he didn't have to do anything. He just had millions of adoring people watching him play video games.
And
What the
then
fuck else does he have to
decided
do?
to get all disrespectful.
Well, I don't know. Just fuck around. Yeah.
That's just so ridiculous to me that because he's clearly into sport,
Okay.
and the little
Yeah, but if I was
shorts that it
6'8",
comes
I'd
with.
be real into sport as well.
But then you go and sit on a fucking little chair, and it just seems weird. I don't know. The green flag, red flag. There we go. Straight away, they should have been like, I put money on the fact that Dr. Disrespect eventually gets done for talking to minors.
The whole system is a red flag. The whole the whole streaming,
when
especially
you
Twitch
told
and shit.
me
Bro, like
about how-
Pokimane is not 10 million times better at Minecraft than you.
No,
She just people
wanna watch
people
her-
are attracted to her, and they feel like they have a relationship with her. It has nothing to do with the fucking video games. It's an attraction to
retarded,
the person.
So retarded.
Yeah, but I mean, you plug the kids into the attractive adults. Like, you just give them access to one another, and that's the business model. Like, fucking okay. not something I want for myself.
The fact that the famous
whispers,
people can message discreetly is... That's where it's like, you fellas are all pedophiles. Or trying to be. Or trying to cheat or something.
I mean, they just don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, that's what it is. Stockholders and all that. Stakeholders, sorry.
Yeah. The one thing that the government has funded is they put an extra $30 million into the Inland Revenue Department for collections. Isn't that exciting?
They should go for tax fraud, but they're lying.
Well, who do you think that's for?
Poor people.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
You owe us $108.
Yeah, bro. It's not for CEOs and millionaires. It's for us. Do you remember the Panama Papers?
Yep.
This might have been like 2019.
Yes.
It's basically everyone over a certain net worth uses tax havens to not pay tax, but importantly, that is not tax evasion, which would be a crime. It's legitimate tax avoidance, which is not a crime, crucially.
It's just contrary to the law, cuz.
Yeah, it's contrary to the law.
Yeah.
So you remember this? Does anyone else fucking remember this?
No one does.
Okay. So yeah,
Priests
the IRD
were fucking
is
kids in New Zealand for 50 years, and no one remembers that.
Yeah, bro. The IRD is being funded, but these people didn't avoid tax. They legitimately avoided tax. They didn't evade it, which would be bad, right? So this is for us.
John Key's in it.
Enjoy this, everybody.
The Panama Papers. John Key was implicated in that. Yeah.
Basically, everyone over a certain net worth is in there. Yeah. Whatever. Do you think? I don't know. Fuck, it doesn't matter.
Now go on. What you got?
It's maddening. It's maddening to undo all the anti-smoking legislation and then say publicly, I'm doing this because I am committed to lowering smoking rates. Like, I don't need to draw an analogy for that, right? Like, everyone just sees that's fucked up on its face.
That lady's just all shit.
I mean, are there people who hear that and are dumb enough to believe it? Or is everyone just like, he technically answered the question and this is fine?
You realize there's like boomers that still are like, Jesus is the way, and haven't questioned that at all.
Oh, I had one of those conversations this week. You know, maybe I did have a fucking rough week. I got fired up at the boomers, apparently.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, bro.
And they can get it. They all deserve it.
Yeah.
You watched the All Blacks for so long, you let everything turn to shit.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
These boomers were around, and they started talking like political stuff, and I was like, I mean, Three Waters was fine. We only have a Tory government because people were terrified of iwi having a voice at the table, even though we're fine with farmers and corporations having a voice at the table. Yep. Like, you know, I wouldn't mind someone with an intergenerational rather than an immediate profit view. Just even having a voice at the table. That would be okay with me. I'm not that scared of it, but I think a lot of people were. Bro, they just turned hard racist. Yeah. Like, they just said a bunch of racist shit.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, it was fucking weird, but I didn't... I mean, if you do that in public, I'll be like, whatever, man, and walk away. But they were in my house. I was like, no, you're fucking, like... So you guys... So that informed your politics to vote this way? They're like, that has... No, it was COVID, actually.
Milan Mulvaney.
Nice. But when I challenged them on, like, so you voted Tory because of the race shit, and they were like, no, it was COVID actually. Like, interesting pivot in that moment, wouldn't you say? But said COVID itself didn't exist. Just started fucking flipping out. And she was like, how could you take an experimental jab? I'm like, I have a kid and a mortgage at the time, bro. Like, I mean, I had an infant son and a mortgage.
Didn't have a choice, really.
I didn't necessarily like it, but I did what I had to do.
Yep.
The boomer went, I have a mortgage. I had a mortgage too. And the boomer's partner went, no, we didn't. Yo, typical boomer shit. Like, I have it just as tough as you. Yeah. No, you fucking don't.
I talked to I heard all these boomers the other day talking about different economic issues and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I listened for a little while and stayed quiet because technically, like, if you wanted to income all of us, I was clearly the lowest ranked in the room.
Yeah.
I didn't need my backwards hat to let anyone else know that. But they started up on different shit, and I just, at one point, waited for a little lull in the conversation. And, what about that state care report? And just watched 4 heads all go down. I was kind of stoked that none of them tried to engage on it.
Yeah.
Everybody I brought it up to, because I said you can get it, Everyone I've tried to talk to about it has just instantly backed down. This is actually a kind of cool segue. Sorry if it derails.
No, you're right.
The Olympic ceremony.
Oh, can we come back to it? I just let me finish my boomer talk real quick.
This boomer person brought up that, and I ended up twisting all that of, if you're mad at the opening ceremony, you better be fucking mad that Lake Ellis exists.
Yeah, bro.
And all this other stuff. And yeah, the person was like, it's so unfortunate that in this current moment, you have the priorities of what I'm talking about more in line than they do. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So, like, I haven't had anyone get all snarks at it, which is cool. Yeah,
that is cool.
Keep going on your
that's
boom
all right. I mean, where the hell were we? Oh, this person is a conservative homeopath. Just let that fucking roll around in your brain for a second. So these freedom-loving Tories, they're not racist,
I do
right?
mathematic crystals, cause
hang on, I asked this person, so which trust-shattering COVID policy did the Tories oppose? Do you remember? I do. It was none of them. For like almost 2 years. Mm-hmm. So these guys, they were publicly saying, we would be doing this if you'd put us in charge. Have you noticed this, like, lifelong lefties who are like, I can never be a liberal again because of what? Yeah. Dude, the conservatives were saying, we would also do this. This is the right thing.
Yep.
The reality is, both of those guys were wrong. It's wrong to fucking shut us in our houses.
Yes.
It's not legal to shut us in our houses.
Yep. They can do what they want.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. But to then go, that's why I need these guys who are gonna save money by not maintaining their assets.
This land is your land. This land is my land. Actually, no, it's Harry's Nan's land.
Harry's Nan, not anymore.
Well, it's still that fucking family.
Old sausage fingers, brother.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. It's old fucking Rain and Blood poster. Yeah, it's his land. I love the idea that people are like, the fucking governments, it's like, oh, as if those guys are doing, like, they all sit down at a table and we're like, I think we should lock these cunts in their houses.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. Somebody showed up and was like, fucking do this.
No, somebody did cold math. Like, it's going to be less popular if you let a bunch of people die from this. Instead, you've got to do this lockdown.
Someone did math, and the fucking WEF and the whoever the fuck else anagrams, tin steel beanies want to add to. Yeah, and they were just like, oh, let's use this opportunity to do some other shit. They know now most of us will download a thing on our phone to let us access public spaces.
Yeah.
They know now that most of us will totally jump on board if you threaten the fucking income and the livelihood of everybody around you.
Yeah.
The people that won't, like, seriously, if you wanted to work out who is going to be in your sheep farm and who you want in your army, do the lockdown. Because everybody that parked on that fucking lawn, tell them aliens are coming. They'll go fight those fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, you know now that this half of the population that got vaccinated will do what you say.
Yeah.
Under the right threats, will do what you say. You've got the small percentage that won't. That's all you've worked out.
You'll always have a small percentage that won't.
Yeah. And now, because of the internet, they can be like, oh, check it out. The ideas we put out have gone into these fucking crazy conspiracy nut jobs who will fight the government.
Yeah.
What was the dude? I saw a comedian the other day. Fuck, I can't remember his name. But he was talking about a guy in America being like, when the government comes, we're ready. And it's like, oh, really? He's like, I got my AR-15 right here. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, we're going to cut right now to the guy you're fighting. And it cuts to a nerd with a Predator drone.
Sure,
yeah, and he's just like, are we starting? Like, this is just feels wrong. And that's what you're going up against. It's the bad guys versus good guys. But coming back to this, they pull off this fucking COVID lockdown crap everywhere. Yeah. And it shows you how much of a militant part of your population you have and how much of a subservient part you have. Yeah. And when we eventually take these cunts over, we have to fight this many. That wouldn't surprise me.
I don't. I mean, I like this theory. I don't agree with it, but I like it.
Yeah, but I don't like what they. I don't like what they. I agree with what the fucking theory was. Yeah. That somebody did the maths on this fucking virus and how it killed people and was like, hey, the best recourse here we can do to save our country is this. That sounds retarded. It makes more sense to me that somebody was like, hey, we can make them a lot of money off this if we bullshit it this way.
I understand that makes sense to you. I have this saying that I don't know where I appropriated it from. Never ascribe to malice what can be explained through incompetence.
Yeah.
And that's what I think, like, the Wuhan lab leak could be real and also not sinister.
Yep.
The COVID lockdowns is because there's like cross-generational, cross-party under investment in infrastructure, particularly things like surge capacity, because nobody wants to be the government that had to jack up taxes to increase that thing that we definitely need at some point, and it might not be your government that needs it. So it's like short-sighted shit. I mean, that's what the lockdowns are about. It's like, it's going to look worse if more people die from this. So we've got to tell, as bad as it is, and it's illegal.
I get you.
Yeah. You have the right to free assembly. You don't have the right to free assembly unless everyone has the flu.
The crazy
that was always true.
The crazy shit I'm saying is what I think these people think. The unvaxies.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's how they view it. That, like, because part of me thinks that, there was some other reason they locked everyone in their houses. One of the coolest ones I've heard is to change all the batteries in the birds. Yeah,
I like that one.
I love that one.
Yeah,
that's fun as. Because, like you're saying, it's probably more ignorance and stupidity.
Yeah.
But the worst part there then is that it was done by, like, the highest levels of intelligence that we have on the planet. Isn't that worse?
I don't know, sir.
I'd rather go for the conspiracy angle than we just fucking dropped the ball
fun,
on this one.
But that's the problem. That doesn't help you solve real problems if you believe in imaginary shit.
But doesn't it help in any way if you say, wait a minute, we did drop the ball on this. Somebody made heaps of money off pushing this agenda.
Yeah, for sure people made heaps of money, yes.
Yeah, but doesn't that need to be worked at? Instead of just jump straight onto that. I'm more in line with that, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but I think that's what it exposes.
Yeah.
It might be ignorance and shit, but somebody was making money off it, so there's a conspiratory angle there. Do you get what I'm meaning?
I mean, lots of people made lots of fucking money from it.
And I'd rather think the entire thing was accelerated by people that want money than, we just got this one that wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can have successive fuck-ups and failures in big systems that lead to, like, bad shit happening.
How long until those get addressed?
Well, it's an argument for good government, which is not a popular idea at the moment.
No.
It's not something that people can really envision.
And that comes back to what I was saying before about these teams. They're just so solidified in your teams.
That's the team shit, right? Like, you got, you know what populism is?
Nah.
So it means basically doing instead of what's good for the country, you do what will make you popular.
Oh, okay. That tracks.
Yeah. But if you...
Trump.
Yeah. I mean, does anybody need that explained to them why that's bad?
No.
Why electing a guy who does things that makes themselves popular rather than what's good?
Do you have a sugary boy in reach?
I do have a sugary boy. Somewhere.
In reach. No, I get what he's meaning.
Well, that's what we have now, is we have, like, populism meets crony capitalism because the boomers are scared of the Maoris. Rough.
Yeah, well, that's sort of what's really crack up about it all, is like, it all spirals around the same fuckhole.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Bro, this boomer, after they left, they text my wife to say, oh shit, I wrote it down. Asked if I'm a drug addict because I was angry, self-assured, self-righteous arguments, and can't see consequences. Dude, that's just, I lost a political argument. Because she showed her ass, bro. Like, she fucking lied about not having a... She totally showed her ass.
To me, that sounds like you said, what cunt? Bring it on. I'll fucking smash you, you racist dick. Like,
that's not what happened.
That's what I mean.
I said,
if you list it out, like, angry,
me having a voice at the table and water reform.
If you list out those things, the only way to do that... Like, if I was to translate that boomer into Māori, that would have had to change to... the fuck you looking at?
Homie, one of the criticisms is self-assured. Can you imagine being in the throes and depths of a drug addiction that your son had to watch you be self-assured? Fuck.
We're going to need a break.
Fucking boomers, dude. Let's get out of here. I want to talk about the French.
Oh, you mean the greatest and gayest thing that's ever happened? Fucking A. We'll be right back.
We want dicks, we want dicks.
Bring me dicks. Got a tunnel to fix.
We want Arnie.
Yes, I made an Arnold Dix stinger. That's correct. I don't actually have Arnold Dix news. I just...
I don't care. I like that. I could have that on my phone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I might change your ringtone to that.
You got it.
That's going to be great when it's like, oh, my best friend's going to ring me about the podcast. We want dicks.
Yeah, bro. What I'm hoping is some people are listening to this through their stereo and someone they know is walking by.
Terrorist behavior. Excellent.
The French Olympics.
Is fucking funny though, to do that. Yes. The French Olympics.
The French Olympics, homie. You got to boycott it. Like Bud Light, dude. If the dumbest 5% of Americans don't watch the Olympics, it might not make it.
You said it before. Oh, no. The dumbest 5% of the Americans might not watch shot put.
Yeah, bro. Oh, shit.
But how else will you go on without seeing China's synchronized divers?
Yeah, bro.
Fuck, bro, to be honest, I had one of the... You remember on Family Guy where Stewie goes into the future and he sees his shower and he's like, head and shoulders, but you don't have dandruff. He's like, that's right.
I know, yeah. Sure,
bro, I had one of those moments when I saw an Olympic reel highlight and it was the synchronized divers for China.
Yeah.
And as they were diving, I was like, hey, I thought this was supposed to be two people. Oh. They're that good. It looks like one person.
Damn.
They film it from this side and
yeah.
it just looks like one person. It was amazing.
Yeah.
They deserve the gold.
Okay.
Yeah. But
that sounds like a movement, though. Like, I don't know. Synchronized swimmers for Palestine or whatever. Like,
fine. That's got to be a thing. Especially in the desert.
Did you see the Fat Trans Last Supper?
Now, people are calling it that. And there's something...
They sure are.
There's something really tasty about the fact that, like, somebody who loves Jesus can watch that and that's their thought.
Yeah. That looks like they're making fun of the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Because
like,
I have never seen any art other than what was in my church.
And I think if by all these Christians coming out and being like, don't fucking make fun of us. It's like if you're at a party and you're talking to your mates and everyone's having a blast and some rando comes up being like, are you cunts talking about me? And you're like, who in the fuck are you, dude? Like, no. Bro, I saw you cunts laughing. And you're like,
just nothing, total other thing.
We're really sorry. We don't know. What did we do? The way you guys are standing looks like an old biblical picture that I really like.
This is a painting where most of the guys are like in a row and looking towards the viewer. Oh. You guys are doing the Last Supper. No, the total other.
Have you ever thought about it from a hospitality angle?
What do you mean?
If you're standing at the bar and you're like, serving your mead and shit or whatever it was, and then some fucking long-haired cunt with a beard comes in and he's like, hey, can I have a table for 26?
Yeah.
And you're like,
but I only want to say...
There's only 13. And it's like, we're going to sit on one side. And you're like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, bro.
No one gets to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually a really good carpenter. And his mates are like, bro, he buys so much wine. It's like water's there and then it's wine. And then, just 10 wasted cunts later, fellas got powers. 20.
I suppose.
Fuck off. French Olympics, though. Sorry.
Bro, that's okay, bro. You're not doing anything wrong.
Everybody mad at it is a laughable idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, you've qualified as a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You think this is about
if you're mad because you think it's the Last Supper, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Do those girls look like they're going to have a Last Supper?
No,
those girls are having two suppers.
But there's the hucksters and Christians think it's directed at them, right?
Of course, because everything's fucking directed at you when you run the world.
I like the theory that France might do that to piss you guys off. They don't fucking like Americans.
France is so good at art, they could do it in another way.
Yeah.
And still be like, we never did that.
Yeah.
Like, that's brilliant. I love that idea.
They're like, it's mocking Catholicism. Like, well, yeah.
Isn't it?
I mean, maybe it is, bro, because there's 1.4 billion of you guys who think your story is reasonable, and like 6.8 billion of the rest of us who think it's retarded.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. It's binary. Catholics like it. Atheists think it's dumb. Old Buddhist monks to little kids. Nobody fucking cares about it except you guys.
And hey guys,
the 2 billion
guys.
Yeah.
Just before you fellas go too hard at at opening ceremony of a sports event where they don't pay the athletes, this is probably the worst time for them to arc up and be like, hey, we're offended at this. It's like, lots of us are offended at doing stuff to children.
That's offensive
that you
too.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
And sorry to do it again, but state care report, faith-based institutions, you fellas might not want to be throwing stones.
No.
What's the expression A is you don't want to throw stones in glass houses?
That's something like that.
These fellas should stop firing cannons in like Japanese houses where the doors are paper.
All right.
Like, fuck. How do you get... I feel like this is making fun of us. It's like, do you want us to make fun of you? Are you going to get mad if we make fun of you? Because we've been making fun of you fellas for ages.
Dude,
and we thought you guys didn't. We just rolled off pedophile allegations like nothing. We thought the jokes were nothing too. Are you guys really upset at this? Because if we know you can bleed, we're going to go for it.
Yeah.
You fellas have a kid touching problem.
They do.
What?
Yeah.
Not an embezzlement problem.
Yeah.
Not a...
They didn't even make fun of you for the child molestation. They made fun of you for your goofy fucking story.
Yeah.
The 2 billion Muslims who all push their faces to the floor and face in the same direction 5 times a day think you guys are fucking goofy.
Yeah, dude.
They're like, what, no Muhammad at all? Like, no, dude, they got this total other guy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck. Who, what, like martyred? Oh, the Jews, you say? Okay, fucking pretty tight. All right. Go on. Oh, wait, they think the wine becomes his blood? Literally? They're doing cannibal shit? You're fucking with me, bro. No way. That is way too goofy. Anyways, how's that suicide vest? Not too tight? Excited to meet Muhammad?
And those guys think your thing is dumb.
They think you're fucking dumb, dude. Whatever.
But nah, totally watch the Olympics and take it personal. Watch everything and take it personal. In fact, when you fellas weren't here, everyone else was talking shit about you.
Yeah.
You can trust me, though.
Yeah.
One of the good ones.
Yeah, bro. You're a classical conservative,
Fucking
bro.
classical conservative. Undercover, bro. Undercover. Yeah. That's so funny. How is this real? Like,
yeah.
I've met people who were like, I know about the Fat Chains Last Supper. And it's not that. I was like, pretty cool when Gojira played, though. And they were like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't know that, dude. That was so tight.
That was directly at you.
That was great.
That was so cool, man.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
They did a medal Olympics. This is the first time I've ever liked anything about the Olympics.
It wasn't in an arena, and it was on the river. I think we'll probably put it in
For the people, bro.
Fuck, it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and to see Gojira being like, when they got asked, they were like, fuck yeah, we have to do this for metal. I'm like, that's so cool. You guys have still got that, like, teenage awesomeness about, like, yeah, distortion. That's so cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. The whole thing seemed very artsy.
Yeah. I'm happy there was a metal element in...
it's just like every other thing of art. If it's 40 minutes long, I like 15 minutes of it, and I'm disinterested.
No, I hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we've got to remember... Next time there's some annoying musical shit that we don't like in something, we should remember this moment. We got our moment of metal representation.
Hard out.
On the, like, you know, on the grand stage.
Yeah,
so next time
they
there's like
finally
some,
did it.
Yeah, bro, next time there's some like mumble rap or some shit, like you gotta like we got to piece out.
Kamala Harris had Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
That's the same, right?
Yeah, it's the same.
It's the same. Metal made it to the Olympics. Meg the Stallion, Kamala.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Trump did say he remembers when she was black.
Wow.
And he posted a photo today of her sitting on a couch with all her Indian family. And it's like, you sent me this years ago.
I mean, she has some Indian family and some black family, right? Is that how it works?
She's from Jamaica.
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, nah.
I just know she's a cop.
Look, Jizzy, I know you didn't just fall out of a coconut tree.
What?
You know that's her quote, eh? That's a Kamala Harris
I
quote.
don't know that.
Oh,
That
dude.
she didn't fall out of a coconut tree?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Dude, I don't want Trump to win. I don't want her to win. I don't know, a meteorite. I don't know. I vote to end it all now, but I can't. Look up some of her weird shit. She's got some funny weird shit. Yeah.
I know she's kind of a weirdo. Like if she goes off script, she seems like
She says nothing.
almost like a Zuckerberg type. She says weird shit.
Bro, it's like
what is wrong with you?
She has a saying that's like that which can be unburdened by that which was burdened or something. And it just she says it over and over. I probably fucked that up.
Yeah.
I'll find the right quote.
Okay.
But yeah, she's real. She's a strange woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's strange times.
Oh, apparently she said she was pro weed because she's from Jamaica. Like her dad's
She should
Jamaican.
tell all the people that she put in jail for weed.
Dude, her dad's a brain surgeon and came out being like, don't fucking say that. And like sued the newspaper that interviewed her and shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's real
USA.
dicey. Oh, yeah, dude.
Yo.
Auntie Kamals.
I think the human mind can't understand France. The non-French mind cannot understand it.
Can I get another drink?
Not from me.
I wasn't looking at you.
I think we can't. You can't understand France.
What can't you understand?
Because they have the national pride they have in the face of like their nation's history.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
These are the same fellas that made food shit and just made it pretty.
Yeah.
And told everyone it cost $120 and they were like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
amazing. And the French chef was like, you all can suck my dick.
Yeah, bro. I was you know, as you get older, you're inevitably drawn into World War II history.
No.
I fucking maybe I'm
Smoked
speaking
meats,
from a
bro.
I might be speaking from a
Team
place of
smoked meats and
privilege.
golf.
Okay, well I might be World War II history, bro.
You're like calisthenics
You know
in
about
World
the-
War II.
Yeah, bro.
I'm golf and smoked meat.
You know, I was impressed with your shoulder flexibility the other day. I'll say that. You know the Maginot Line in France? That's like they built like after World War One, they were like, we have to build the staunchest defense faced at Germany because like it was so fucking brutal. We can't let the Germans come back and we won't like fuck with them. We'll just brutal, impenetrable defense. And the Germans went around it.
Crafty Germans.
I know, dude. No one could have possibly predicted it. Yeah.
No way, can't go over it so hard.
There was a French Revolution.
Oh, wait, sorry. I probably sang it wrong here. It's like, it's not that long so we can go round it. Sorry.
That's pretty good.
Dumbass. So dumb. Anyway, sorry.
The French Revolution went through.
Wait. We're jumping all over the place.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to talk
Why
about.
Why can't we understand France?
I think they're just they're a uniquely insular people for being surrounded by other people. They're so fierce about their Frenchness. And I've said this to you before. Like I think it's how they feel about like immigration and refugees. It's like I get it. It's bad, but they're not French. Like it's not even like it's not anything other than like, hey, they're not French.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
Do I
like,
just have a blind spot?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Yeah.
Isn't everyone the way you're talking?
No, I don't think so. Like here, like New Zealand's
We don't have a
New Zealand's
choice.
conservatives are as pro-immigration as you can be, because it pushes housing prices up and keeps wage growth down. And because we're like a very multicultural country on the scale of
I
things,
think
we don't
that's
have
sort
the
of-
xenophobia
No,
like
that's what I was
as
meaning.
much as
It's but like I don't know what's like Mozambique like. Are they stoked with people moving in?
people aren't really moving in. Those who are like capitalist guys. So no, probably not.
You know what I
That's
mean? And they're just like, I don't know. You say you can't understand the French. I don't get it. You say it. I don't understand fucking you.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like the way you say it is if you understand any other race. Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand the French, but the
Yeah.
Spanish got them figured out. Like that's what it's.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
way you're saying
Yeah.
it, I'm like,
I hadn't really-
I don't get what you mean at all.
You're right. I have figured out the Spanish.
Yeah, Japanese, easy.
Easy.
Yeah. Get some Chinese around my
No.
house, bro. Fucking train dogs.
I think I'm not saying I understand the Japanese.
What's going on?
I'm saying people can understand the Japanese.
Yeah.
How much can you understand the French?
I don't get what you mean.
I don't know anymore either.
Yeah. You keep saying it, and the more you say it, doesn't make it right.
Let me get the fuck out of here. The French Revolution, right?
Yeah, okay, let's go.
There's a bloody upheaval where shitloads of people died, right?
Probably.
And no one wins a civil war. It's Franks killing Franks. After all this, they overthrow a government and they install a government that's worse in damn near every material way. And people are like, Jesus, I buried my fucking children. No, like we'll just suffer through it. And I think of this when people want to tear down the system and they don't have a plan
system?
to. Yeah. Like we'll destroy it first and figure it out. I go, dumb, wrong, not doing revolution with you.
That's so funny. Yeah. I get what you're saying. So you reckon that's them, though?
The French?
Yeah. Are they the ones that, like, when England was like, we know what to do, and France was the first ones who were the closest just to be like, let fuck off? Like,
Yeah, maybe.
yeah. And, nah, we're going to go do our own thing.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. Aren't they nailing it?
The French?
Like, in terms of what they're up to, are they happy as fuck? I don't know. Know any French people?
No, I mean, I know some.
Don't we know like a lemon trist that that would be able to help us out here?
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll reach out.
Maybe we should have a quick break and jump into some tunnels. Or do you have more Olympic stuff? Because I could just keep ripping out how funny it is that guys that like Kid Rock didn't like the Olympic ceremony.
Yeah. Oh, good. We're checking in with what Kid Rock thinks about the events of the day. That's good. Let's get the tone of. I don't mean you.
I'd like to know the amount of dudes that were pissed off at that, but can finish bar with the bar, but dang. There's got to be a crossover.
Yeah. There was some terrorism in France. Did you hear about that? Pre-Olympic terrorism.
I just heard like certain Olympic teams getting robbed and shit. Like Aussie BMX guys got robbed.
Oh,
yeah,
stink. Couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cobbles.
Oh no, look out.
Where the fuck was I? Oh, the terrorism in France, bro. Apparently they set fire to some signal boxes in like the inter-country train system or whatever. Israel's foreign minister says it's Iran and that it's Islamic terrorism. He hasn't provided any like evidence of that. He just said that that's what's happening. But I don't know, because the Islamic terrorists are pretty dedicated. They give 100%. They leave it all out there on the park. If a park is, what they're suicide bombing. But they don't research what's going to damage infrastructure and set fire. They like drive a truck into a parade or like blow themselves up in a cafe. Which is because religious fundamentalists are the dumbest human beings that we make. But that's why I think maybe it's not. Do you call that terrorism, bro? Setting fire to, I don't know. It's just out of step with how I perceive.
Nah, because you got to think of like that's why like I cracked up when people. I remember a few years back, someone was like, they're changing the definition of terrorism.
Terrorism for setting fire to a signal box? I don't think so. That's
you got to remember how much more how do I say this, adjusted to normality most people are. Like, you see a flaming signal box, funny ass day, everything has been a good day. Someone else sees a flaming signal box and it's like, what the fuck, is it the end of the world? Is everything going to go bad now?
My train's not coming?
yeah end of the world. Like, terrorism's, I don't know, isn't it based on how much terror can be inflicted on a populace by one act?
It's and
if everybody in the place that you're doing,
I guess if they are afraid, then it is terrorism.
If they're pussies
bro.
in a
God damn it,
bro! We could run around certain neighborhoods.
You're saying good times create weak men.
We could run around Kandala, bro, and just scare cunts taking out their wheelie bins, and that would probably count as terrorism.
Yeah, I think so.
You just pick the right neighborhood in Wellington, scare 5 guys, bro. Terrorist act.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, and if David Seymour was involved, you can call it a hate crime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you see Did you see Trump telling Christians that he loves them? Oh, I love all my little Christians.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking weird video.
Do you reckon he's already been ordained as a Jew?
As a Jew?
Yeah.
What?
Kushner? Jared Kushner?
What about him?
That's his son-in-law.
Yeah.
He's Jewish.
Uh-huh.
They've indoctrinated him. They've got him. I bet he's bitched
They've
out.
got
and jumped
Trump.
in.
I
Yeah.
cannot believe you were saying
Yeah,
these
I
things.
bet it. I bet he's got it. Yeah. He's just said, my daughter...
He's got it, you're
my
saying.
daughter gets to
He's
keep her
got
last
it.
name. My daughter gets to keep her last name, and I'll join.
They don't want extra members.
They've
They
taken
don't
them.
want you to join their religion. It's why people are so uncomfortable with it.
Bro, did you see recently where one of his big quotes in this interview was, if you don't vote for me and I don't get in,
You ain't black. No,
There-
that's the other guy. Sorry.
there won't be any more Israel.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sentence that came out of that guy's
Bro,
mouth.
the whole deal is no more foreign wars except Israel.
Because of Jared Kushner. Shit. Nah, I reckon he's been Bahiga Harvarded or whatever they call it. bro.
Bahagavad?
Is that the one on
I
the
have
chair,
no
bro?
fucking idea.
Ba-da-da-be-da-da-da.
I believe it's bar mitzvah.
Yeah, but there's another word for it if you want to make fun of it. And it would be Bugahara.
Yeah, the Baha men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we take a break?
Let
and,
more than the dogs out.
I have some interesting tunnel talk for us this evening.
Cool. I'd
Yeah.
like to think they circumcised Trump with like a massive set of nail clippers, and when they rub it, it turns into a briefcase.
I'm out of, I can't. I can't do this.
There we go.
We got it. Tunnel talk.
Oh shit! I did forget.
Yeah.
Mustum Sally
Sally?
for Tum Tum. Mustum Sally, like the tumbler for the car.
Uh-huh,
I've
yes.
got to say my latest one was
Mustum Sally. That's a bit of a stretch, I have to say.
Going for stretches, bro.
Okay. Fair enough. It's Tunnel Talk, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite segment.
Bring it.
My gazing
Notice
this
the
week.
bowling club glasses.
Yeah, gotta have them. I made
Oh.
this beer, man.
Sorry, I know you're excited, but
Terribly excited. It's Tunnel Talk, cunt. Couple things I noticed in my gazing this week.
drop the
The
character.
Aussies are going hard, especially in Victoria. Sydney motorways are about to be fit with sensors to alert drivers if their vehicle is in danger of getting stuck in Sydney's tunnels. It's one of those things, like, I think people thought after a couple got stuck, truckies would get the idea. That hasn't happened. They keep getting stuck. So, back to human factors, engineering, I suppose.
What do you mean? How do they get stuck?
They are too tall for the tunnel.
Oh.
They make a truck that's too tall for where they're going to drive it.
Dumb.
And then, or they pack it too tall or whatever. But it just made me think of it's called the 11'8" bridge. Do you know this? If you go to 11foot8.com, it's just a CCTV collection of every too tall thing that ever hit this too short bridge. Whatever. It just made me think of that because there's still no sensor there. And I know about a whole website that exists where you can just watch, like truck after truck do the same thing. There's big warning signs and everything.
I load trucks.
Yeah.
Like that's part of my job is
Yes.
to put 6 meter long pieces of timber on a truck.
Yeah.
And like we have a HIAB and shit. Like, we have to load that.
Yeah. Well, inevitably somebody drives it without the HIAB all the way retracted, for instance. Or they packed shit too tall on it.
But that's what I was meaning, the packing shit too tall angle.
Yeah.
You've just stopped caring.
There is exciting new tunneling technology.
They're going to start packing trucks lower and longer.
That is the tunneling technology.
Is that really it?
Flatter no,
Oh,
it's not
fuck
it.
off.
But I mean, it's okay.
You're a dick. Hurry up, Pim Tool.
There's gains to be had. I'm a cool guy, bro. Check out my skateboard. Like, there are gains to be had with So this is from tunnelingonline.com. There's gains to be had with TBMs, tunnel boring machines, using the Internet of Things. You know about the Internet of Things?
No.
The example would be like a smart home. Where your phone knows how far your washing machine is through and whether your lights are on in your toilet or whatever.
Cool. Like it.
Yeah, so it's this, but applied to tunnel boring machines, so that they know moment by day.
This rock's different.
Sort of. They can use real-time
here.
data to autonomously tune things like speed and cooling.
What?
They can provide data to operators about its condition. For instance, like if a bearing has play, like moves around in a way it's not supposed to, it's easier to repair something before it breaks rather than before it explodes and damages other parts. So there's efficiency to be gained there.
You know how the last couple of times you had quite scientific sort of tunnels?
Yeah.
Lasers.
Oh, bro, I've got lasers. You want to go lasers?
I want to go lasers.
Okay.
Is there a reason why we don't just have... Or do we?
Homie, you have to fucking look at this video. We have thermal drilling robots.
Say that sentence again.
We have thermal drilling robots. We have proof of concept of these. We don't have any large scale operations yet. I don't know if we have a chance to look up any of this. There's something called Petra's thermal bore. That's what I've labeled it as. They blast rock with high temperatures from plasma torches, and it fractures and vaporizes the stone in a process called spallation. And blasting this damaged rock with high pressures causes it to flake and chip and blow away. I sent super interesting fucking videos and like figures and stuff.
Whoa. Check them out.
There's contactless cutting contactless cutting dicks that have plasma torches mounted in a Fibonacci spiral pattern. So you imagine an auger bit where it's like a platform that wraps around something.
And it's done in the Fibonacci sequence.
Yes, but as a Fibonacci spiral with plasma torches on all of it. That's the new cutter head that these guys are proposing. That's one of the patents that these guys have just filed. There's now at mega project scale, this is like way too much power. You basically can't do it with what we have now, but in the future you might be able to. Now what you could do is like water and electrical infrastructure. You go through any substrate and like driverless cars, they're not really there yet.
Yeah.
Driverless TBMs, there's no traffic. Like all you've got to do is sense what's ahead of you and not hit it, basically. So they can be autonomous to a pretty high degree.
Yeah, bro.
What I'm proposing,
awesome.
What I'm proposing is, for our overseas listeners, water infrastructure in New Zealand is fucked, right? It's stormwater, sewage, and drinking water. Underfunded by successive local governments, basically every part of New Zealand. It's short-sighted government, right? Like if you stop maintaining your assets, if you've ever owned a car, if you stop maintaining it, it stops working, and then you have a really big bill instead of if you just paid a little bill onwards. Which is what the government is doing now with state houses, right? They're like, we're going to save $1 billion by not maintaining our assets. Like responsible economic managers. That's an aside.
Back to this.
Yeah. Where the fuck are we? Okay, so for the water infrastructure in New Zealand, we basically always do cut and cover. Like, have you ever seen anybody working on water mains? They dig the shit up. They dig a big channel and they lay pipe and they fill the channel in. That's a cut and cover tunnel on a small scale.
Yep.
You could. What if we held a nerd contest? Don't call it that. We hold a nerd contest to see who can make the best repeatable small-scale TBM to fix the water infrastructure in New Zealand. So how long have they been fixing our street? How long's our street? 200 meters? 3? How far have they got? 40 in 6 weeks? What if you hold the nerd contest and get people to design small-scale TBMs, big enough for water pipes, sewerage pipes, and like a modular one that you can change to also be for like fiber optic or whatever. Hold the nerd contest, make these TBMs, we do them in a way that's like scalable and repeatable. I don't know. Tunneling could solve our infrastructure problems if we are forward thinking.
How about we have a bit of a, can't call it what you called it. Can't call it that.
What were you going to call it?
No, I was just going to call it what you were calling it, but we can't call it that.
What was I calling it?
Nerd Olympics.
Oh. The Nerd Olympics. We call it the French robot competition.
Nah, there's got to be a way to... Something
Dude, you
awesome.
tell them it's a robot competition, the nerds will show up.
Yeah.
Have you seen BattleBots?
Yes, I have.
That show fucking rules.
They all rule.
Yeah.
Bro, even if you try and smoke weed with a fucking nerd and they're like, oh, did you know you can do this? And they'll turn and come back with like a joint you've never seen.
Yeah,
like a cherry bomb.
Yeah, sure.
And it's a ball on
Just
a
something
stick.
you hadn't conceptualized.
And you're just like, how the fuck did you do that? And they're like, oh, it takes 4 papers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. One of those dudes, bro.
Mhm.
We could totally, but we should call it something cooler than that.
We could. I don't know. BattleBots is pretty tight, but we could get in trouble.
Battle Bros is right there.
Battle Bros. That's not bad.
That's right there.
Could be Battle Bros.
Bot Bros. There's tons of shit. Moldy Mix. No.
I don't know. I try to be a solution-oriented person, and I thought that could be a solution to this. Challenge the nerds to build little tunneling robots.
TBMs, bro. Yeah.
All the tech is there. You've got to combine several kinds of tech in a repeatable, scalable way.
I did see a what's that company? It's not DARPA. Boston Dynamics.
Boston Dynamics, sure.
Yeah. Dude, they had this snake thing they'd made, and it was originally for boring.
Okay.
And for like pipes and stuff, but they realized that you could run a hose through it, and it could go through like different places and then just spray water everywhere.
Interesting.
And like put out fires and it was all conceptual.
Yeah.
But the way when you first see it, you're like, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Bro.
I think that'd be cool, man. Get some people.
Speaking of conceptual, thought one more thing we might look at is the porpoising TBM. You know about the porpoising tunnel boring machine?
Was it come out of the water or some shit?
No, the idea is...
Comes out and it doesn't do any flips?
No, the idea is you
Not a
bring
dolphin?
it...
No,
man.
Oh.
You bring it to a spot where you need a tunnel. You bring it on a truck, and or I think it might be a couple trucks. You assemble it, and you put it on the ground, and it burrows in, and it digs the tunnel, and it pops out on the other side.
Sick.
And you put it back on another truck, and you drive it away somewhere else to do it. And it makes its own tunnel rings as it goes.
Interesting.
It is an interesting idea. Now, this is made by the Boring Company. It's an interesting idea, right? Made by the Boring Company.
It doesn't exist.
Well...
It's conceptual. It's not even conceptual.
Well, let's take a look. Because it's Ghislaine's friend's thing, it makes claims to abilities it doesn't have. It brags about technology.
Just a second.
That kind of sounds like it won't work.
Whose?
Ghislaine's mate.
Cool. I'm just going to put that thing in there.
Good. Look, it's designed to do 250-meter bore per day.
From the Boring Company?
Yeah, it's supposed to do...
this is
it's supposed
lies.
to do 200... Yeah.
This is worse than the science fiction one.
It doesn't do that, but it's designed to do that, you understand? Do you want to guess how many meters it did when it did the pilot tunnel under the Las Vegas Convention Center?
Did it do no meters?
It did some meters per day.
Did it do like...
How many do you think? It was aiming for 250. How many do you think it managed?
4.
No, it's a bit more. It was 15. About the same as other tunnel boring machines in the same substrate.
Yeah, I know guys that can do 15 meters of tunnels in a day.
Yeah.
Train layer guys that'll just 15 meters.
It only has to be big enough for one Tesla.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, easy.
Fucking a Tesla.
Yeah, bro.
I did it for a Hilux.
If you go to this website, boringcompany.com/proofrock, the first claim that it makes is that it triples power. More power equals more speed. Now, it doesn't say how that tripling of power is achieved or qualify it in any way. It just said, like, that's clearly for just people who are only going to read the first section and invest billions of dollars into it. Go more power, more speed. Hell yeah. So I mean, it's like everything, right? It's like everything this guy touches. It's mostly a scam. There might be something useful in it if it wasn't a scam. Kind of like most of his stuff, I guess. Whatever. The second claim is that it goes on wheels
I didn't want this.
instead of on rails. So a modern TBM, you have to, like, you build a railway track as it goes to keep the whole, like they might be 100 meters long, some of these things. So you build railway tracks to support them as they bore through.
Yeah.
These ones use rubber wheels, like a little truck. But doesn't that sound like it would cause heaps of fucking problems? Like, you and I don't know that much about tunneling, but we know enough to know that that's going to present a lot of problems. Yeah. There's a reason they use rails rather than like something that has like tires and suspension and shocks. Like there's inherent wiggle, and it's to be harder on the rest of the whatever. I don't know. My brain just thinks of snake. I'd try and make a snake. This is cool. Like you drop it off on the ground and it goes. And
I get it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
If I unlimited resources, sort of Iron Man shit.
Yeah. You'd buy Twitter, snake. I assume. That's what I would do.
Only so people could say the N-word.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Make cisgender a slur and bring back the F slur and the M-word.
You have to keep calling it Twitter, though, eh?
I do. I'm not there yet, bro.
Yeah. Just keep calling it Twitter. Dead naming that is funny,
bro. But at a certain point, I don't want to be that guy either, you know. So at a certain point, if it becomes ubiquitous, I don't know. We dine on that hill all the time, you know.
I don't know. I've been thinking about it more and more. Like, you know how you don't like him. He promised tunnels and didn't deliver.
Yeah.
No wonder you hate him.
I mean, I hated him a long time before that, as we've discussed.
Let's just die on this hill. How about that? That'll be fun.
Die in this tunnel.
That'll be fun. I reckon that's it. Like, this guy's all like, hey, I'm totally going to do tunnels.
Yeah.
And a small part of you, inherently, without you knowing, was like, fucking yes. And then he never delivered. And you just knew deep down because of your tunnel nature.
I don't want to hipster this, but by the time he started the Boring Company, by which I mean he ordered excavations before he got a permit.
Yes.
Pretty based, right? I hated him already. Like by the time he did that, I was like, yeah, that's that guy stuff to do. One step thinking. I'll just buy Twitter and it'll probably work out.
Fuck being that guy, but yeah, I don't know if he's doing it the right way. I don't know what to do if you're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Like, surely other fellas who have been in his position went mad with power.
You think he's not? I don't know. Maybe whatever.
I just don't know. Like, if you look back through history, the dudes that had all the power were way worse, I guess.
Worse than Elon Musk. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's like he's shit. I'm not defending.
Yeah, but he the SpaceX rocket blows up and everyone goes, yay! I'm like, what the fuck are you celebrating? And it's the same thing that that governments do when they're like, yeah, we're slashing healthcare spending because we want to provide better healthcare to New Zealanders. That's that same devil with a different grin, right?
I just had a very interesting thought. What do you celebrate?
What do I celebrate?
What do you enjoy? What
do
you find out of the day? Because, like, you're fucking Rain Cloud Johnson sometimes.
I enjoy, like, fully realized humanity.
Like what?
As well, for instance, as much as I fucking hate the Olympics, the athletes at the Olympics, this is their highest moment, and I find joy in seeing them at their highest moment.
Do you know there was a study conducted a few years back, and they asked all these Olympic athlete hopefuls, if we gave you a pill that guaranteed you a gold medal or a world championship,
yes,
but
they don't need to hear the rest of it, bro.
yeah, that's exactly it. It was the thing was if you could win it in 1 year, but you would die in 2, and like 99% of them said yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there was one person who was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's why the trans in sports thing is such a dumb way to argue about any social issue. Because you're talking about insane people.
Yeah.
By which I mean athletes. They're out of their fucking minds.
Yeah,
Don't
dude.
let them be part of the conversation on how we make the rules.
Yeah. I think it's funny as when people want to bring up trans in sports and it's like, you shouldn't be able to do this, you shouldn't be able to do that. And it's like, hey, in the NBA, they don't test for testosterone or weed.
Hell yeah.
Like, just before you get mad at anybody, just remember, professional sports, EA Sports, it's all shit. Like
it's all shit. They're crazy. They're out of their fucking minds. Every last one of them, dude.
Hard up.
If that's such
And
a trope.
that's why.
It's such a trope that David Pocock. Do you know the legendary Australian rugby player David Pocock?
No.
I don't know. Whatever. He's a real great rugby player, but he's extraordinary because he's like a regular dude. Like he reads books and plays guitar, and that's so fucking wild for an athlete that people are like, wow.
The UFC fighter from Aussie, Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Alex Volkanovski.
Is he just like a chill dude?
Dude, he, I think like
Leave
he
it to
was,
the Aussies, eh?
He was middleweight champion of the world or something.
Not middleweight, but yeah.
I might be getting it wrong.
Yeah,
But
I think it's a little than that.
But it was like 3 or 4 years beforehand. He was he was playing like club rugby league.
Yeah, bro, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just and he makes he's made some real funny social media videos of like, because he got beaten and he lost his belt, and like a couple days later it's him on a building site like helping fellas get concrete out of the truck, like, well, you guys know, and like just every single task in the day he's just like, you guys know I used to be the Volk's awesome. He's real funny, man. Like, he's a tough motherfucker and he beat the fuck out of some people, but there's just some real hard case clips of him, like, and it cuts to like other people being like, here we fucking go, like, he's the one like taking the piss out of it. Then he's, gone on to do all this cool shit, and he's back on the tools. Like, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, bro,
I like that
cool.
sort of stuff.
Hey, that's been Tunnel Talk, I think, everybody.
I think it's everything.
Yeah, it is. It's Tunnel Talk.
Was there another thing? Go back on your notes.
I mean, there is, but it wouldn't be Tunnel Talk. Would be...
Fucking that's done. No, there was a thing written in the corner.
Oh, the start? Oh, what about Elvis Costello?
Huh?
We might have called it George Costanza.
George Costanza, yeah.
Set aside $200 million for tobacco.
Heated tobacco products.
So vapes. Yeah. Which is all just Philip Morris, basically, in New Zealand. That's
Fuck
pretty
that
cool.
lady,
Yeah, bro. It's that same thing. Like, are you happy with? Like, do you like this? You say we don't have enough money to run the hospital. Do you like this?
But this is something I thought was funny, and I haven't told anyone yet. But does anyone else think that she looks like the bad version of Roseanne?
No, I couldn't summon her face, bro, because we only talk about her as George Costanza and shit.
I love the idea that she's bad Roseanne, because Roseanne is fucking Zan. Yeah.
In the corner, Jean-Claude Van Damme on crack, homie.
Fuck. Bro, Expendables 2.
Okay.
Expendables
1, good. Expendables 2,
shit.
Utter dog shit.
Yes. Jean-Claude Van Damme is the bad guy.
Uh-huh.
Yes. In the filming of that movie, he was apparently extremely fucking high the entire time.
I see.
And
on crack?
Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe like not even on crack, but like coming off like residual.
Like I can't be on crack on set, but when I'm not on set, I'll...
Maybe, even maybe like I did 10 years of crack, but I'm really hard on set now. And so in the bloopers of Expendables 2, it's like it's him running like 15 takes on one thing.
Yeah.
And when you watch the movie knowing this, you can see other people laughing in the scenes with him. To the point where at the end where he fights Sylvester Stallone, they have to use the same kick 2 or 3 times because they could only get him to do it once. And he was like, "You've got it. What do you want from me?"
Wow.
Yeah, and he is just such a handful.
So you're saying if you just hire old celebrities, some of them might be a little bit hard to wrangle?
Apparently.
Yo.
Yeah. And like, yeah, this whole movie, there's bloopers, and it's just brilliant. Like, one of the scenes is he has to say, "You really want to kill me?" And yeah, they end up with like 20 takes on this because he just keeps saying it wrong over and over again. And you know Thor, Chris Hemsworth.
You want to kill me?
You know Chris Hemsworth, the hot Aussie guy, plays Thor.
I know Thor, sure.
Yeah, his little brother Liam. Yeah,
I'm aware that there are multiple Hemsworths.
He's in that movie, and at one point he gets told, "Hey, Jean-Claude Van Damme has to kick you in the chest." And he comes up to him like, "Hey, just so you know, like, I'm gonna do this. This is how it's gonna work. Just so you know, this is what I do." And signaled it all. And he's like, "Yep, sweet as. Okay, action." And as soon as they pushed action, Jean-Claude Van Damme kicked the living fuck out of him. Just ran up and just side kicked him. And he said it fucked him up. And it was the take they used, and it's just him fucking like, yeah, dude, and everyone's like, "What the fuck was that?" And he's like, "Good take, right?" Yeah, and he's just certifiably fucking insane.
Like real wild-eyed, full body flexing.
Turns out, if Street Fighter,
70 years old,
bro, if Street Fighter is the greatest game on the planet, and they make a shit movie. And you get to be Guile, the American guy, but you're Belgian, Belarus, Brussels, whatever the fuck.
European. I have no fucking idea.
Bro, that's why Jean-Claude Van Damme went mad. They made him Guile in a movie. Gully, Street Fighter. Am I just talking to a fucking...
I wasn't allowed to play Street Fighter. I was raised Catholic.
That's right.
Christ is king, and thou shalt not make a fat trans last supper. It's been tunnel talk. We gotta go. Get it out. Make it. Let's get it done. Get done, I said. I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire, an underground tube, the dank and the gloom.